Torchbearers. We got to do
Oh,
Torchbearers.
forgot the Torchbearers. What am I doing?
That's crazy.
Dave doesn't like recognizing good Tennessee players because it's like what I don't want to compliment these people. He just hates them so much, guys.
That is total bullshit.
There you go. All right. By the way, did you hear about the statue that they're building of Peyton Manning? It's going to be a lot like Dwayne Wade. It's just going to take a lot more brass. Head. All right. No, they're not doing that. But in all sincerity, did you see the police fan altercation at the Florida-Georgia game?
Yes. Oh, I read about it. I didn't see the full fan altercation, but I want to watch more of it.
Pretty rough. I mean, especially when it's a security guard and not a real police officer.
And they want to take this game and move it to Atlanta for 2 years because they hate America. Greg Sankey hates America, guys.
All right. I think both teams, though, want to move it to Atlanta for different reasons. All right, Caleb, our torchbearers are who?
All right, so we're going to start with the obvious, Nico Iamaleava. I mean, is anybody going to debate that? Are you going to be like, no, he's not?
Nope. I think he's clearly a torchbearer.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Next on the list, big plays make you a torchbearer. Joshua Josephs coming up with that strip sack right around the edge. That's one play, but Dave, sometimes one play gets you on the list. And I mean, that was the key play of the game. Can you really take anything away from him on that? Do you consider him a torchbearer or am I overreacting?
No, I would consider James Pierce a torchbearer too for knocking Vandegrift out of the game.
Yes, that was a big one. I didn't have enough room for James Pierce, so I kept him off the list. So
understandable.
Is your head
going to explode? Nico, Josephs, Pierce, Dylan Sampson?
Dylan Sampson is a torchbearer. Dylan Sampson is indeed a torchbearer, and I am overlooking his fumble in the first half, but the way he runs and how hard he runs and surpassing Gene McKeever's record. By the way, guess what I tweeted, Dave? You missed this. Y'all say I'm Calhoun with an X because you could accuse me of being some Louisiana homer because I just point out the history of recruiting in that state. Well, if you were to construct the best Tennessee backfield of all time now, it would be players from Louisiana, Peyton Manning and Dylan Sampson.
Yeah, I still don't think Dylan Sampson is the best tailback to play at Tennessee.
He's pushing it.
I think he's very good. I think he found himself in a place with a coaching staff that wanted to go with one running back. Kitzelman probably deserves some mention as a torchbearer, but I've run out of room. So I'm going to say the Vols' best torchbearer was Nico, Joshua Joseph, James Pierce, Dylan Sampson. Did you have another torchbearer you would like to mention?
Yeah, I actually did have Kitzelman. By the way, there's 5 torchbearers. You don't have to do 4 for everything, Dave.
I only have 4 places on the YouTube poll question.
Oh, okay. Well, I have
Trust
Miles
me,
Kitzelman.
if I had more, we'd have all kinds of options.
Well, I have Miles Kitzelman on there, believe it or not. I think that he deserves it for the 6 catches for 97 yards and that touchdown. Even though he had that drop, the drop was because a player put a helmet on the ball, so I'm totally giving a break. I'm a huge Miles Kitzelman fan with the way he played. He's absolutely a torchbearer. But Dave, guess who my player of the game is?
Who is it?
It's Whitey Will Brooks, baby. He got the interception, and it wasn't just the interception. I don't know if you guys noticed that. He broke up a pass, and he had a quarterback hurry. Ricky Gibson and Javon McCoy did their jobs, but they were a little bit off in this game. I could have thrown Andre Turrentine in there because he had that interception too, but I think Will Brooks was more in position and made a few more plays throughout the game and altered more plays. So I think Will Brooks had more to do with shutting down Kentucky's offense than anybody else. So my torchbearers are Nico, Joshua Joseph, Miles Kitzelman, Dylan Sampson, and Will Brooks. With the very close James Pierce, Amari Thomas, and Andre Turrentine are very close to them.
I do think we need to have a discussion pretty soon about reevaluating how Tennessee's, and we started to have this discussion last week, how Tennessee has done in the transfer portal, Caleb. Because when you include Kitzelman, Stays has been a factor. I know we all want to focus on Lance Hurd and Andre Keurig last year because they needed him so bad, but I think it's important to kind of reevaluate that because Kitzelman has been a huge pickup, and let's face it, the guy couldn't play at Alabama. So if you want to read about Nico Iamaleava, I just put that in the chat. We'd certainly appreciate you being a part of that. Also on Off the Hook Sports, you can read about the takeaways, you can read about the torchbearers, and you can read about the turning point. So We will visit with you on Monday, and we'll look forward to having an analyst that'll give you an idea of where Tennessee is going to be in the college football playoff race. Are you willing to say, no doubt, Tennessee at 10-2 makes the college football playoff?
At this point, I am, because I don't think the chaos is done in college football. So I think I am willing to say no doubt. Are you willing to say no doubt, Dave, that if I intercept that pass where Brooks did, that I score a touchdown? What's the bet?
No.
You don't think I score?
No.
Do you score? Do you score in your heyday, your heyday of physicality?
Absolutely not. No. I get run down easy. How much of a head start did he have? 20 yards?
It was a pretty big one.
He had 20 yards on a 60-yard run, approximately.
Yeah, you ask Fred White if he scores.
Fred ran a 10-2 when he came to Tennessee.
Does Sean Ellis score?
Sean Ellis finds a way to score.
He bounces Gavin Wimsatt off him.